Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Mission Outpost. Let's do a quick tour so you can see exactly what a guest would experience when they come to visit us. So you've just come through the main entrance of Mission Outpost, and right here when you first come in, we have our welcome wall, which is a welcome wall of many languages. I think we have 20 different languages represented on the wall. And they come into this large area here, and this is the waiting area. And on this side over here is the dental waiting room. And let's go into the dental clinic first, and we'll look at the dental clinic. So we have 3 rooms identical to this, and then we have a 4th room that is our sterilization room. And this is an expansion from what we had in our previous space, where we only had 2 dental rooms and a very, very small admin and a very small sterilization center. So here's our waiting room here for the dental clinic, the front desk for the dental clinic. Next, we've got our volunteer phone room and work room in there. And here you see where people are waiting. They can look at different brochures for medical reasons, jobs, free food and meals, and housing, and different things, different resources that we help provide and help get people connected to. Here's the new Mission Outpost front desk. Salvation Army will also have a staff person here as well. And then each guest will come in here, check in with us, and then they'll come over here and sit on this side, which is separate from the dental waiting room, because those experiencing dental or coming for dental issues are probably experiencing pain in their mouth, and they probably don't want to be with other people. So, and on this wall over here are all of our administrative offices along the way. There are 5 of those, 3 for Prince of Peace folks and 2 offices for Salvation Army. And then as people are waiting, they can look at our mural of faces. And we've got pictures from the last 25 years spread throughout. And you'll see different mission partners in the bottom of it, whether it's Feed My Starving Children or Doulos Discovery School or the Mega Sale or mission trips that we've taken to other parts of the world. They're all kind of identified here on this wall. The wall's about 60 feet long and has 400 and some odd pictures represented. So once your name is called, you have a couple of choices. First is our host will bring you into our intake room. In this room here, we will talk to you, sit down across the table, and we'll ask you, how are you doing? How can we help? Are there things that we can pray for you? We don't force it upon anybody, but we do give people a choice and an option that we will pray with them right here on the spot. We can put them on the prayer chain, or you can go to another location so it's more private for prayer. But it is something that we do. And then we go through and talk about all the different possibilities of things we can do here. Some people, what we're finding, especially more recently, some people are looking more for help in housing and other medical type things and for jobs. And in this room is our resource center room. And here is where we sit down with guests and get into a little more depth of the possibilities of things that we can provide resources for. So we might help someone write a new resume. We might help someone look for jobs. They will actually do the work, but we're here to mentor and guide them along the way. And so that's what goes on in this room here. And it's a great new addition, and what we're finding, especially in the last 6 to 9 months, that the need for this area, what it represents, has been growing rapidly. And then when they are done with hosting and they're done in the resource center room, they come into this space here. They're going to grab one of our taller carts, and they're going to grab that, and then the first thing they're going to do is they're going to shop for clothing and household items. So you can see that we've got all the clothing by age, male, female, and by size, all well organized. Everything has been looked upon, checked to make sure zippers work, buttons are all attached, making sure there's no major stains, and also making sure they don't smell too bad, so that we can give the best possible things that we can provide to our guests. And then what we also have here is we have seasonal clothing, like jackets. It's winter coat season, and so we've got a lot of winter coats. When they're done, they will end up down at the other end here. They'll drop their carts off, in this space over here behind the shoes. And their items will be put into tubs for the clothing, and then they'll walk through here, come this way, down the long hallway here, back to the other types of carts where they will go shopping for food. And about 3 years ago, we switched our food to be where they would provide a menu and we would pick it for them and fill their bags and boxes with them. Now they actually get to pick and choose their own food, which gives a whole nother level of dignity. So they get bags, here they get hygiene items, toilet paper, toothpaste, shampoo, soap, and then we go to deli items first, and then we switch to dairy in the fourth one here, third one, and then we switch to frozen items that they get, and here they might get a choice of chicken, beef, pork, bacon, brats, and then we have what we call a grab bag, which is a little variety of many different things. And then here is all the shelf-stable items that they get to choose from. So they'll go down the aisle this way and choose their soups and their vegetables and their cereals and peanut butter and jelly and all the things that are shelf-stable things, the things that last a long time, ketchup. And then going around the corner here, what you would normally see if we were open, this wall here that looks really empty, would have blue tubs on carts that have all the different fruits and vegetables. So bananas and peppers and tomatoes and grapes and all the raspberries and things like that. That's what all goes here. And then we come to the bakery and just all of our breads. And then in the final refrigeration system here would be the majorly sugarified items, so cakes and pies and things like that. So from there, they would weigh their cart and find out how much food they had gotten by poundage. And we have to keep track of that for some of our granting bodies that provide resources to help buy the food. They want to know how many guests come through, how many pounds of food we give away, and that type of thing. When they get their clothing together and all their food together, if you look out through this window here, you can see a nice long roller conveyor belt. It's about 87 feet long. So we put the food in the tubs, onto the carts, into the rollers, and it goes all the way down to the parking lot. And then our guests will go pick up their car, drive around the building, and then they'll end up down here, and then we load their car for them. It's another touch point for us so that we can let people know that we care about them, and another service that we can provide. In here, we're now in the warehouse. In the mornings every day, we get all kinds of donations. Comes through the big door over here by truck. We might come in this door over here by grocery carts from our members of our volunteer crew that go and pick up food at various grocery stores in the area. Over on the far wall, you'll see the blue tubs I was referencing. You can see the oranges over on the far side there. That's where all the produce goes. Behind that is all of our inventoried items for all the shelf-stable items, things that have that long-lasting life. Over here now, we've got the walk-in fridge and freezer. Here's our freezer. It is 9 below in here, and it's much warmer outside today. But you get to see all the different foods that frozen items that we put inside here. And then right next to it is our walk-in refrigerator. And you'll see we have milk and eggs and other beverages of choice, water, some vegetables and fruits also. So that gets sorted every morning in this space here on these long tables. And then we determine whether it is good. We want to make sure that there's no white fuzzy things on the strawberries or that the peppers are mushy or anything like that. So we will actually go through every single one, touch it, make sure it's good, and then we will put it. If it is no good, it goes into compost pile. If it is still good, then it goes into those blue bins. Through here now is where all the donations, other donations other than food, so household items, clothing, hygiene items and things, they all come in here. On the first two tables here, that is where we sort through all of the household items. And then in the far 3 sets of tables over there, that's where we sort all of our clothing. You see all the many, many, many hangers that we have there. And in the back, next week, we will be moving all of our furniture. There's a gap back there that we've needed as we get settled into this space that we've been using. But this space back here will be emptied out, and this is where our furniture ministry will continue. What you may or may not know is that there's a couple of things that we do that very few others do. One of them is furniture. Another one is free clothing closets. And another one is actually households also. Those are sometimes very difficult to find in other places in our community. So it is a niche that we fill. And so some of the favorite items on the household items are going to be your plates and silverware and cups and bedding, blankets, sheets, towels, that type of thing. So that's what goes on over here behind all of the diapers and things like that. So that is Mission Outpost. But one of the other things as we're walking out, what you might want to know is there's many things that the congregation has not funded. We've gone out and got a lot of grants, like the walk-in fridge freezer that you got a tour or got to glance into. That was all done by grants from a couple of different organizations. These silver tables, done by grants. The carts with the blue tubs, those were done by grants. The carts that we use at the front end for groceries and for clothing, those were all donated as well, or through funds donated through foundations. All the refrigerators and freezers that you saw on the front end also, those were also funded by outside organizations, not from the congregation. So we have been very fortunate in that we've had many people have their fingers into what we do. They seem to like what we do, and it's been a great gift. In the dental clinic, all the chairs, all of the other supplies, and many of them are actually donated as well. And so it is great to know that there's a community out there that actually supports us as well, in addition to the Congregation of Prince of Peace and its members and other organizations in the area. So I hope that helps. I hope that gives you a good crash course of Mission Outpost in our new space. And thanks for joining us.
Welcome to our beautiful new childcare space. Each year, Miss Jeannie and her dedicated staff and volunteers welcome hundreds and hundreds of children into our space, and now we can invite them into a place that's bright and cheerful and built especially for them. Let's take a look. Parents will check in at the welcome desk, which is conveniently located right next to Mission Outpost and close to our main entrance. This first set of 2 adjoining spaces is meant for babies and their caregivers, and for toddlers in the other space. The removable wall in the middle can be used to close off the space to give the babies a little peace and quiet, or it can be opened to let young siblings feel connected to each other. Another space is meant just for our preschoolers. It's furnished with all kinds of things they enjoy, like dress-up clothes, toys for pretend play, and lots of art materials. This is also a great space where Miss Jeannie and her staff can hold a special worship service called Pop Pre-K on both Sundays and Wednesdays. Pop Pre-K worship includes a Bible story, some prayer time, some music, and also a craft. This large central space is a place for kids to run around and move and play under the branches of these beautiful trees. The temporary wall, located over here, will be replaced with a removable wall that can be taken up to double the size of this space, providing a fantastic, huge, large motor space that's shared by childcare and CDLC. One more shared space wraps up our tour. This library is filled with a wide variety of children's books and musical instruments for use by both CDLC and our childcare visitors. We hope that you'll feel free to come down and say hello to Miss Jeannie and the staff at the welcome desk, and that you'll bring the little ones in your life to enjoy our gorgeous new space.